Jose again says, Brendan, any thoughts on former long-haired employee that can't seem to keep your name in his mouth? Every podcast you show you find is pretty pathetic. What else is he going to talk about? You know, what else can he do? Brand, it's also been 3 years, dude. You gotta move on. But that's how it goes. Ricky B, any plans for you and Joe to do weekly pod anytime soon? Cool to see your dynamic when she came on the pod. Keep grinding, gentlemen. God bless. Thanks, Ricky B. Plans for me and Joe to do a pod anytime soon. Man, she wants to do one. She wants to do one. I'll say that. And she does want to come back on the Fire and the Kid, which I'd be down for. As far as me and her doing a weekly pod, dude, I'm so swamped. I'm up to here with shows. There's enough of me talking online. I don't think people need more Brendan Schaub. You guys need less. That's how I feel. And I don't have a lot to say these days, but besides fighting or kids. So I don't know, man. If she really, really wanted to do it, obviously she's my ride or die, so I'd figure it out. If she was like, we have to do it. But I'm all in on fighting, man. It's all I really gravitate towards these days. It is what it is, you know? So she's going to do one. I think she might do one with her friend out here, which would be cool, you know?
Sweet.
Alex, Carlos, does Joe like to change out cars often like yourself, or is it your influence choice that causes her to get in something else? Curious if she has cars she regrets getting rid of? Yes, and that's on me. And how about the kiddos? Any story or times when they wanted to absolutely get rid of something, absolutely beg you to buy something? I remember Tiger not wanting you to drop him off at school in the Lightning. Yeah. So for your first question, Carlos, does Joe like to change out cars often as yourself? No, she's the exact opposite. So there's nothing she loves more than a G-Wagon. It's her absolute favorite car. And during the pandemic, there was this scarcity, an issue with, just creating G-Wagons. So the price went through the fucking roof. And my boy, Greg at the time, who passed away, who's my ride or die car guy, he called me, and I think I paid I want to say $120 for her G-Wagon. It was a G63 AMG. She loved that fucking car. She had one before that. She just loves G-Wagons. Any year, whatever it is, that's her shit. She loves them. So Greg calls me and goes, hey, man, they're having a production issue with the G-Wagon. They're not coming to the States. The prices are double right now. I said, how long can we double? He goes, I don't know. But as soon as the factory gets ramped back up, the price is going to settle down. Dude, we could probably get you double. I said, I'll put some feelers out. Boom. We had some Saudi dude offer us $190. I paid $120.
Nice.
We sold that thing fast. Literally the next day, that bitch was on a boat to fucking Saudi Arabia. I kind of regret doing that, especially at that time, because she loves G-Wagon. So eventually I do got to get her one of those. Again, she doesn't care if it's 2015, 13, 16, 17, brand new. She does not care. She loves G-Wagons.
I always trip out on G-Wagon.
I don't fit in them great. They're not the most comfortable ride.
That's what I was going to say.
Especially the inside, the cab's tight for my big ass, but she fucking adores them. That's her shit. As far as, I built up my Excursion, sold that. The kids were pissed off about that. Built that Lightning up, sold that. Kids were pissed off about that. The Lightning and the Excursion, the two ones that they were mad.
I'm mad at the Excursion, dude. I can't believe you found it clean. Ones. You found such a clean.
I still look every day. I can find another. I always tell my kids, don't worry, I'll get another one. Shimmy 47. Now that you don't live in the valley anymore, what street was your last house on? I grew up in Northridge. I'm just curious. Thanks for everything. I was near Taft High School, if that helps you. I'm not going to give you my exact address. Chris G. Brendan, the other day when you did the oil change at Ways to Well, you held up a few bags of orangish liquid. Orangish liquid. Did that actually come out of your body? Yes, sir. Looked like 5 pounds of fluid. Did you lose the body weight? Were you excessively dehydrated? Was that actual plasma? Yeah, it's actual plasma. So it's like the fatty plasma. But as they're taking it out, they're putting fluid back in, and then your body naturally reproduces all that plasma. So I I wasn't dehydrated because they gave me an IV and they're putting fluids back in you. So when they're taking out, they're putting fluids back in. I was lethargic that night. And I did a show right after, and my eyes were super watery and red.
Brendan Schaub trashed Mark Harley during his new Patreon fan question segment, saying that Mark needs to get over it. It's been 3 years already. Schaub, the king of not being able to get over anything, especially behind the scenes. That's where Schaub really goes after people. But get over it. They're still currently in a legal battle in which Schaub owes Mark Harley money. And look, I might have blown up the last one. But by the way, Mark's fine with that. And also, that wasn't like a regular court thing. And it's rescheduled. So they're going to be back at it again. I highly doubt I'll be testifying during that one. But yeah, so get over it, dude. You're going to have to pay Mark Harley some money. But then he talked about his wife. He is not going to do a podcast with her. I think he was trying to make her a thing, but then saw the ultimate fallout with Akash's wife and was like, no, thank you. But this is how miserable Schaub's wife is. She's now stuck in Texas. Whenever she talks about California, she still calls it home. But the only thing she wants is a G-Wagon. She had a G-Wagon for like a week, and Schaub had to sell it again because he's going broke, and he can't afford to get her a G-Wagon. And she must have been really pissed. Like not a couple of months, almost like a year ago. Because it's not like Schaub doesn't get himself cars and trucks and stuff. But always, sorry, babe, we ain't got enough money for the G-Wagon. No G-Wagon for her. So, she's probably furious. And you can tell because he said, that's on me. That's on me. Because she's probably like, oh, you bought a new car and a new truck, but no G-Wagon for me. And I bet you his justification has always been, it's not that expensive of a car and truck. But then he gets a whole bunch of mods and stuff. Although I think he just scams out like sponsors to do that type of stuff. He goes to them and goes, hey, I know Joe Rogan, and I'll talk about you on Joe Rogan's podcast. Can you put like $40,000 worth of stuff on my car? But no G-Wagon for Mrs. Schaub. So whenever she does a video bragging about how much money she got for spending this and that, just hit the comments and go, yeah, but you don't get a G-Wagon now, do you? All right, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.